Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, and if you can tell by my t-shirt right here, you know what movie I'm talking about. Jurassic World Dominion has just released here in the UK officially today, and it's directed by Colin Trevorrow, if I've got his name correctly, and of course it stars our main cast from the previous Jurassic World movies: Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, BD Wong, and so many others. And then we've got the original cast from the Jurassic Park franchise returning, like Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill, and so forth. Yeah, this has been receiving a lot of hate online, and a lot of people are saying that it's the weakest in the trilogy, or it's slightly better than Fallen Kingdom, but it's been getting kind of panned by critics. And I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of on the fence with this. So going into this movie, I'm going to say right off the bat is, if you've not seen the two Jurassic World movies and you're going blindly into this, or you've seen the first one and not the sequel, then you're going to be kind of lost as to what is going on, because this picks up right after the events of Fallen Kingdom, where the dinosaurs are let loose into the world, and basically it's kind of like a free-for-all, and how are humans and dinosaurs going to coexist. And that's kind of the plot of this movie, but at the same time, it's kind of not. So I don't want to give any spoilers for this review for anyone who hasn't seen this movie as of yet, or anyone who has just seen the trailers, because all I'm going to be kind of talking about is basically what my thoughts on the movie and what you kind of see a little bit in the trailers. So I do think that the trailers do a great job of hiding the real underlying plot of this movie, because from every trailer I've seen, you don't see what the actual plot is. Because obviously in your mind, if you've seen Fallen Kingdom, you think, right, immediately it's going to be about the humans and the dinosaurs in the world. How are they going to control the dinosaurs? Is there going to be like a facility they're going to be able to take the dinosaurs in and be able to control them for the rest of their lives kind of thing, and the humans can just live on in their world as normal? You get bits of that for sure. But yeah, there's something completely different at the helm of this movie in terms of its plot, and I'm not going to tell you what that is, because I want you to kind of go in blindly like I did, because it was kind of a nice surprise. So let me just get straight to kind of positives in this, because I'm torn on this movie. The positives is cinematography is awesome. The dinosaur scenes and the dinosaur action and tense moments that we get are brilliantly done. I very much enjoy them, especially one part of this movie, which is a big shout out, which is set in Malta. And I love that, because I think that they made use of Malta, because it's a beautiful country if you've never been. It really is a stunning country. And I would probably arguably say that the action set pieces that happen in Malta are some of the best you're going to see in this movie. That kind of action set piece and whole, I was like, wow, this is awesome. I want to see more of this. And yeah, I really love that part. It was so great seeing that the newer cast members and the older cast members reunite, and kind of like the chemistry and experiences that each respective party kind of bring. Because of course, Sam Neill's character of Dr. Alan Grant has got all this kind of past experience along with Ellie and Ian Malcolm, and then they kind of can help with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas characters of Owen and Claire, and Macy, of course, the little girl from the last movie. It's kind of really cool seeing their both respective experiences and how they kind of come together, because again in the trailer it does show that eventually they do reunite. What I will say also is that I very much enjoyed the music and accompanying score in this, because you've got such the classic Jurassic Park theme that everyone knows, but Michael Giacchino, who also recently did the music for the Batman, I think he really helms in kind of like the older style music with like some newer style music, and kind of blends that in really together. I was kind of getting goosebumps at little bits at times of the original Jurassic Park movie, and but how that was incorporated in the specific scenes, especially involving like our older cast. And the great thing is, especially with like the older cast, is they're not just relegated to like a quick cameo and then they're off the screen. I would say, just a bit of a heads up, the person who gets kind of the least screen time out of the original ones is like Jeff Goldblum, unfortunately. But what I will say is every scene that Jeff Goldblum as Ian Malcolm is in this movie, he is the highlight, the standout, the comedic, the just great overall scenes. And you are kind of wanting him to be on the screen even more, because you want to see more of him. And I think that the scenes that he's in steals the show, hands down. Yeah, really enjoyed that element. And again, I also enjoyed the elements where you have it where the dinosaurs are kind of just free roaming the world, and they're showing up in like drive-ins and stuff. Like the trailer as well shows this, or they're just showing up at like public places or in like parks and stuff, and you're like, wow, you would really be testing your kind of fitness levels because you would be running the other way. And I've got to give props to my friend Andrew who kind of mentioned that. And I was like, you make a very good point. You would be running the other way. You would not be feeding like the dinosaurs food. Hell no, I'd be running. And yeah, definitely like the relationship with Chris Pratt and Blue, the raptor, definitely at the helm of this. And I like that it's focused on also because it's been built up over the last two movies, and it's built a special bond, especially since Jurassic World. And the beginning of this movie really touches in on that. But what I'm going to say in terms of my negatives, and a little bit where I'm kind of like on the fence with this movie, with the latter half, kind of the biggest gripe I've got with this movie is the pacing at times. Because we get like these really big action set pieces, and then it just slows right down. And then it builds up again. And then slows right down. But I don't think that's kind of like the issue with the script as such. Yeah, I guess at times the writing may have been a little bit cheesy for sure. I think it's more in terms of whoever's decision it was for the runtime of this movie. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that this has been marketed as being like the epic conclusion of the Jurassic Park / Jurassic World franchise and kind of bringing that all together. This movie clocks in at like 2.5 hours, which, don't get me wrong, if that is executed perfectly, then by all means, sometimes you kind of hoping that the movie's going to be on for even longer than that. But at times when that pacing slows right down, I think a good at least 15-20 minutes could have been trimmed off, and some characters didn't need to be in here, as there's not really much resolution to it. And I felt like their parts, if they were cut, it would have made this bit more of like a solid movie. I wanted to add this on because I missed this out in the original review, but I also noticed in this that at times the dinosaurs are jumping off buildings like Tom Cruise, or cracking their head through the door like Jack Nicholson does in The Shining, which is absolutely insane. And when the movie commits to that premise of the dinosaurs being on the loose on the world, the movie is a lot of fun, and I really wish the movie developed on that a lot more, and I think this would have been one terrific, bombastic outing. I think if you're going to go in for good dinosaur fun, you're going to really enjoy it. I think if you're going to take like your kids or like the younger ones to see this, they're going to enjoy like the dinosaurs, and there's certainly a lot of new varieties in here also to enjoy, and there's some certainly tense moments where I think the kids are going to be like, whoa, that's cool, and there was moments, as you know, as an adult, I was like, whoa, that's awesome. And yeah, I just think that there is a couple of negatives, but maybe not everyone feels the way. I know a couple of my other friends that I went with, they really enjoyed this movie and they thought it was the best one out of the three. So it's going to be a movie that divides a lot of people, but I don't think it deserves all the negativity and hate that it has been getting, because at the end of the day, this is a dinosaur movie. You're not going to be going into this expecting like Inception, for example, and expecting like that kind of big blockbuster and really thought-provoking movie. At the helm of this movie, it's about humans trying to live with dinosaurs or trying to help dinosaurs. That is your premise of this whole Jurassic Park and Jurassic World kind of movies. So I don't think you can really expect like these movies to really give you like Oscar-winning movies. They're just dumb, like kind of fun popcorn adventure movies, and that is what you get. So overall, my overall score with Jurassic World Dominion is 7.5 out of 10. So have you seen Jurassic World Dominion? If you have, leave any and all comments down below. If you're going to go see the movie, also let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are when you do eventually get to check out the movie. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And until the next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later.